Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 30 of Natty and Not. We're your hosts,
I am Alexis and I am Natty.
and I'm Mike, and I'm not. So, wanted to talk to you about something that I've been thinking about
Okay.
energy drinks.
Oh, okay. What about energy drinks?
Do you think that they're worth the hype in terms of like
Oh,
using them as like a pre workout?
whoa.
And I'm talking like monsters and like ghosts, like stuff that like just seems to be marketed very well as just like an energy drink, but like doesn't necessarily have everything that we've learned to be in energy drinks that's actually like useful supplements.
That's a really interesting question, and that's exactly where my brain went to.
Mhm.
Like,
As
because
like
there's
crack
energy
open a
drinks.
ghost.
Because there's like energy drinks
Yeah.
and there's pre-workouts.
Mhm.
And I think that they get intertwined. So when you said energy drink, my brain went, are we talking?
I'm talking Red Bull, Monster. You're like
It's just caffeine.
stereotypical.
I mean, what else is in them?
I mean,
What's in your Ghost? You're drinking it now. What's in your Ghost? How much caffeine?
200 milligrams.
Okay, so what is that? That's like
It's 2 cups of coffee, basically.
Yeah, but that's like what, 20 ounces the can?
Yeah. So like,
So
yeah,
that's
a large
like equivalent.
coffee. Yeah, large coffee. And then it's got Epic Focus.
What the fuck is Epic Focus? What's in it?
Legendary Energy.
No, but what's in it? What are the ingredients?
So
not the marketing bullshit. Like what's actually in it?
So it says L-carnitine, L-tartrate, 1,000 milligrams.
Wait, L-carnitine.
Yeah, L-carnitine, L-tartrate.
What's L-tartrate? What the fuck is that?
So I think that's a different version.
L-carnitine is.
It's a different version of L-carnitine that I think absorbs better, but that's.
So say it again. L what?
L-carnitine, L-tartrate.
Cartrate.
Tartrate. T-A-R-T.
You can buy. Oh, okay. Hold on. Is it L-carnitine, comma?
Yes.
L-tartrate, like 2 different ingredients?
Yes.
Because when I look it up,
well,
you
no,
can buy L-carnitine tartrate. Like that's like a thing.
Yeah. I think it's just a different version of L-carnitine.
So L-carnitine, L-tartrate is one ingredient.
Yes.
Okay. It is a dietary supplement that combines the level of carnitine and tartrate. Ooh, okay. Hold on. What's it used for? Increases fatty acid oxidation, reduces purine catabolism, and free radical formation. It's all a bunch of bullshit words, which may prevent exercise fatigue, muscle weakness. So it's like I don't know what the L-tartrate is used for. I don't even know what that means. But it sounds like it's the same thing as like what L-carnitine does.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I think this version of it is a slightly different chemical version of it, and it's like
how much L-carnitine? How much is it? How much? 1,000 milligrams?
Yeah.
So that's not really enough to do much to like actually create like a fat burning effect.
No. I think the studies that I've seen where it's been used, it's been especially orally, is you have to use super high doses.
You have to use a crazy amount to even get anything.
Yeah. Otherwise, a lot of people will do injectable L-carnitine.
Yeah.
Which, again, it's basically it bypasses the kidney and just goes right into your
because it's not digested.
Correct.
You have to take of L-carnitine to make it the equivalent of injectable. You have to take 5 times the amount.
Yeah, that's why I take
the equivalent.
That's why I take 4 the 1,000 milligram pills.
You take 4, so you're not even getting that much.
No, I mean, again, it's like my body was getting whatever it can pull from that, but it's not.
But it's an amino acid anyway. So I mean, it's not like it's not bad for you, but it's like it's not going to do much for you in that small amount of a dosage.
No.
But it can help with muscle fatigue, and because I was actually looking this up today for one of our clients. It's good for blood circulation.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So not just like fat burning effects, right? Because that's like you need like the real high dosage to even like kind of do anything, but it's really good for muscle exhaustion, and it can help with circulation. So that's probably what it's used for, would be my guess. What else is in it?
Taurine. So taurine helps with cramping.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's just, it says like caffeine and then like a different form of caffeine. Then it has alpha GPC.
What's alpha GPC?
Which is alpha glycerol phosphorylate.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Look up alpha GPC. GPC is the acronym. GPC. But it tastes good. And this is the flavor. What we got here is sour pink lemonade.
It says it seems to increase the levels of a chemical in the brain for memory and learning functions. Oh, that must be the focus.
It's the epic focus, must be.
That's the epic focus.
Yeah. It's got a lightning bolt, so don't fuck around with it.
Yeah, it's like it helps with your that's definitely like the focus piece of it. I don't know. Do I think that they're worth it? Are they worth the hype? I don't know. I think so. Me personally, I think I have become somewhat tolerant of caffeine.
Yeah.
Of like I have on my average, I have 3 cups of coffee a day. I have like 2 in the morning and 1 with like my post-workout meal. And then I do, since I've had to come off of the artificial sweeteners, I've been making my own like pre-workout. And one of the things I put in it, it's like an energy packet, and it has 125 milligrams of caffeine in it. So I'm getting like stupid amounts. So if you're sensitive, so I would say, I think if you're somebody who's like more sensitive to caffeine, then it's like drinking a cup of coffee for you. And then it's just like that flavor, whatever it is that you like. I don't think that it's actually I don't think there's enough of like the brain stuff and those chemicals to like actually do anything. It's just like marketing bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think to me, anything that you would like go into the gas station and buy that's marketed as like a Red Bull, an energy drink, it is just essentially a cup of coffee that tastes different.
Yeah, agree. I think that's definitely my consensus too, is like, if you just don't want coffee because it's just hot in the middle of the day,
yeah,
then an energy drink makes sense. Yeah. But I think from, what we've learned in terms of like really kind of, DIYing our pre-workouts now, we have,
but that's different than an energy drink.
Correct. Yeah. It's the purpose is completely different. It's like totally geared towards.
So you have to like separate them.
Yeah. But I think, but there is caffeine in it. So like I do put scoops of like one pre-workout, like the On.
I can't drink. I can't have that one. The On Nutrition Alpha Amino Energy.
Amino Energy. That's it.
Super like that one, but it's got the fake sugar in it that I can't have. But not every pre-workout is a stimulant pre-workout. So there you're putting it into a different bucket. Cause like, one of my really good friends, she can't for whatever reason. And I don't know if she's one of those people that like can't do caffeine in general, but she can't do stimulant pre-workout. So she specifically uses like a non-stim.
Yeah. And I know a bunch of people that do too. There's, especially like if you're working out late in the evening, you don't want to have like leftover caffeine in your system and you can't go to bed because you just drink your pre-workout at 8 o'clock and now it's 10 o'clock. You're trying to go to bed and you're still hyped up.
During my first prep, I got to a point where, and I haven't since then, but there's like a cutoff time. Like I can't have caffeine after like 2 o'clock.
That got me too on prep.
And that and I think I don't know if it was just like super sensitive to everything, but that was like 4 years ago at this point. So I haven't had any since. I do take, so as you're talking about like stimulants and stuff like that. I do take a fat burner. It's the InnoSups brand, which I like their stuff.
But that's just like vitamin B6 and B12, right? It's not really.
I'm pretty sure there's like caffeine and stuff in it.
Oh.
Because if I take that too late, and then if I take that like after 10 o'clock, it fucks up my sleep. I'll tell you what's in it. It's Inno Shred. This one is like, it's specifically meant as like a weight loss supplement, right? It's got like, I'll tell you what's in it, but it's got stuff in it that's supposed to like be stupid ads, like appetite suppressant and stuff like that. It's got like ashwagandha in it, saffron. Wait, what am I looking at? This one's got melatonin. I think I'm looking at the wrong one. Oh, that's the nighttime one. Okay, here's this one. Thermogenic fat burner. Okay, it's over the counter. Ugh. Okay, it's got green tea, green coffee bean, caffeine. It's just a bunch of caffeine. Which caffeine does have a thermogenic effect. Like it can aid in weight loss. So which is why it's in all of these things. I think it's just how much caffeine in general with the coffee bean. Jesus, I don't even know. 200 milligrams of organic caffeine. Green coffee bean extract, there's 300 milligrams. Green tea leaf extract, 300 milligrams. Yeah, this is why I can't take this past 10 o'clock. There's a lot of shit in that.
There's a lot of
but
stuff.
It's like caffeine acts as like a little bit of an appetite suppressant. It's supposed to it can like quote aid in weight loss by increasing like your thermogenic effect. It's all nuanced.
It is, yeah.
But it's like if that helps the nuance like a little bit, and it helps with appetite in like the slightest, or just gives you a little bit more of an energy boost. That's when I started to take that, was not for the quote fat burning effects, but just to help with like alertness throughout the day, especially as prep gets harder and you get more tired. It just sort of helps keep you going.
Yep.
So it's just caffeine.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
So it's just a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. But I have enjoyed kind of making my own pre-workout, though. It's been fun just kind of like getting the ingredients that I've learned to be important and then like constructing. Because like if you look and read like the label, the thing that I like about it the most is like there's certain days I'm like, I'm gonna do a little extra of this, a little extra of that. Whether it's citrulline malate or beta alanine.
What do you put in it?
So I do citrulline malate to help with pump, beta alanine to help with fatigue, and then I'll do taurine, just make sure I don't have any cramping issues, and then I do I'll mix those three with the On Amino Energy, and then I'll shoot
which has all that stuff which has a lot of that stuff anyway.
It doesn't have any of that.
It doesn't? Is it just an energy drink?
It's just amino acids and energy. That's it, literally.
Oh, that one has electrolytes in it though too.
Oh, sure, yes, but not. Sorry, yes, I forgot that.
But it doesn't have like the pre-workout-y stuff. I didn't realize that.
It doesn't have any of that stuff, which is why I added it. And I'll do like 2 scoops of that, and then I'll shoot that back in like 8 to 12 ounces of water, and then I have my intra workout, which I'll do L-glutamine. I'll do what's the other one? Oh, aminos, just unflavored aminos, and then I do this. Basically, it's a carb drink. I forget what it's called now, super carb or something like that. But it also has some electrolytes in it, and then the carbs, of course, which helps with just keeping you going throughout the workout. And it's nice too, because then it's like carbs that when you're on the high end of your bulk, you're like, good, I don't want to eat any more carbs. I'll drink them. I don't want
too much food.
I don't want to eat them anymore. I'll drink them.
Shut up.
But I've seen a lot of bodybuilders do that too when they're bulking and they have like their 1,000 gram carb days. They're just like, I just drink a half a fucking thing of orange juice, and you're just like, I don't want to eat that much food.
Yeah, I've done the liquid carbs before. There's been times, and it hasn't necessarily been consistent, but there's been like a couple of times throughout building seasons where I'll hit like a wall during like a leg day that's just like taking everything out of me.
Yeah.
And then that's where we would do like what you're saying, like your intra workout, where I would add like 30 grams of carbs fast, chug it down. And then it's like, you can feel a difference within just like a few minutes, get you through the rest of your workout.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I like that. So, and that's actually the first carbs to go when I have to cut.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy to cut. I started, since you were doing that, I started making my own, because I used to love the
amino energy.
Still love the flavor, but then it was like, oh, I can't do the sugar. So for my I don't drink it as like a pre-workout as much as I drink it on the way to the gym, and then I sip on it all throughout my workout. But I do the beta alanine, the taurine, and the citrine malate. I do all of those. And I liked that the amino energy had the EAAs. So got the EAA powder. Put that all together. And then I put oh my God, what's the brand? Nature something. I don't know. It's like one of those like drink packets, but it has like monk fruit sweetener in it, which it's like, I still feel like that's an artificial sweetener, but it's not the other version of artificial sweetener.
Last time when I was on my prep. So
I know.
Whatever.
I feel like it is. I feel like it still is, but like that one, the monk fruit doesn't bother my stomach. So I have like one packet of that for flavor. And then I have like a squeezy electrolytes. I put that in there. It doesn't taste good, but I've become used to the taste.
It's gross.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is gross.
I don't like it.
They needed a flavor.
I mean, true. It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. I used to put the amino energy in my smoothie. I've been having a smoothie for breakfast for like almost 10 years. And I love my smoothie in the morning. And I used to put the amino energy in it because it would give it like this like sweet, sour flavor almost. I don't know, with all the other shit that I put in there. And then when I had to take that out, I was like, I need a soury flavor in it. So I put like crystallized lime packets in my smoothie in the morning.
That works.
You need to get flavor because it's, what else is in there? I put pumpkin, strawberries, pumpkin, protein powder. And then I put greens, L-glutamine, cranberry powder. And all of that together, what you taste is a little bit of the flavor of the protein powder. And then you get a lot of bland pumpkin. So it doesn't like necessarily like taste good. So that's why I put a little bit of like the lime in there, and it takes out the blandness of the pumpkin. It's weird. It's weird concoctions that you come up with when you're bodybuilding and you're eating to serve a purpose, as opposed to like, I'm just going to eat shit that tastes delicious.
Yeah.
Like you eat to serve a purpose and you come up with all of these like super weird concoctions.
Yeah. And then you eat what's tolerable. You don't necessarily eat what's delicious or not so
But then
good.
you end up liking it, like, because it becomes like a comfort food for you.
Yeah.
You become used to it over time. So then it's like, it starts to taste good to you.
Yeah. I mean, I started putting raisins in my fake chicken and rice meal. And
which is so weird.
It's so weird. And it's kind of good. It's a little like sweet and salty type of
With your seitan, white rice, and fucking raisins.
Yeah, it's gross, but it's like it's getting a little more fiber in my diet, which is good, and it's getting more carbs. So it serves a purpose.
Serves a purpose. There you go.
So
that's funny. That's really funny.
So let's talk about you, Miss. Where are you at in prep?
I'm 3 weeks out.
Woo.
Whoa.
It's close. How you feeling?
It is close. I don't fucking know. I don't know how I feel. I'm cranky. You tell me, how do I feel? You tell me how I feel.
I'm not telling you how you feel. I'll tell you how you are.
All right. You tell me, how am I?
You have been not so nice. You've been very snappy lately. And I get it because I was there. So
you can have some empathy.
Yeah, I have some empathy. Mm-hmm. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. And yeah, I think you put on a good fake smile, which is good. And and I think you're doing your best. But I think the past week or two, temper's been getting shorter and shorter.
I definitely have lost patience. If I have to say something more than once,
yeah,
I am starting to lose my shit quite frequently. I'm starting to get a little not snippy at work.
I knew I was turning into an asshole at work, just because of how I was talking to people. I was like, remember when that guy who's like, "Oh, he's like, I used to be like you, skinny," and I was like, "Motherfucker." I was like, "You see how much muscle I still got on me?" Call me skinny.
I have not had anybody comment on. Well, I mean, I work from home. I've worked from home for 10 years, so it's you can only see so much. This is the level that you see me at work. So it's you don't really see me, so I don't have to deal with that shit. And then I've maybe told one or two people that I'm competing sometime soon. So I don't talk I don't like to talk about this stuff at work.
Sure.
This is as much as I'll put it out on social media, or this is very much my personal life and my work life. Those things are separate. But no, there's been a couple of times in the last week or two where I'm things at work are just, people are getting on my nerves, and I'm just a little bit, I have to catch myself to not be are you a fucking idiot? Because I feel like you're a fucking idiot, but I can't say that. And I don't say that, but we all say those things in our head when we have to deal with work people. I've had a little bit more fatigue kicking in. I have not hit the super mental fatigue, which is weird. So this is my third prep. My first one, I hit that mark at 6 weeks out. My second prep, I hit that mental, I am brain dead, tired at 4 weeks out. I haven't hit that yet. This past week though, I have had fatigue off and on, but not to the point where I'm laying down in the middle of the day. I haven't had any of that. If I'm hanging out with the kids and watching TV, I have not fallen asleep. So it's that's still pretty good. My calories are still on the higher side. So it's things are still going okay. My sleep sucks. And I think that's part of obviously it's part of the fatigue. I'm not sleeping well. I bought some fucking witchcraft voodoo shit to try to help me sleep. And I don't know if it's working. I don't think it's working.
What'd you get?
I got a grounding mat.
Some sage.
I'm at the point I'm so desperate for good sleep. I'm whatever. You promise this will work? Does it help 1% of the people? I'll try it.
Yeah.
And it's it's a mat that you put on your bed and then you plug it in. And how do you know if it's working? How do you know if it's broken? You don't fucking know. They could be selling you fucking, here's some magic beans, motherfucker.
They're here, just take the other end of this cable and then just throw it behind your nightstand. It'll work.
It'll work. Like, how do you know it's working? Because it's like you lay on, like the first time I like went to lay on it, I was like, am I going to feel something? Like, oh, like almost nervous that I was going to feel something. I didn't feel anything. There was one night I got like a super good night's sleep and I was like, oh, is that because of the mat? Probably not. But anyway, so there's tired. That. Could have just been tired.
Yeah.
But also this week, my body is trying to get my period, and it's like not happening. But like my body is like trying to make it happen. So I'm having like a lot of these like very weird, not weird, but I'm having symptoms of like almost starting my cycle, which fatigue is definitely part of that.
Yeah.
So, and when I was talking to Coach this morning, she was just like, that you might not be overly fatigued because of prep. You could just be feeling like your body is trying to have a period and it's like not happening. It could just be those symptoms.
Yeah.
And that could also be why I'm a little irritable today.
Yeah. Could be.
I'm ready to kill somebody today.
You've been feisty, but you haven't been, I think, short and like playfully feisty.
But also on the verge, someone's head off.
But also on the verge of like, I'll kill you if something goes different. If this goes sideways, you're dead.
Yeah, but I have no patience though.
Yeah,
that's been the issue. So that's how it's been going. We didn't record last week.
We just got into a movie and then time got away from us.
So the check-in before last week, I had lost 3 pounds.
Huge.
Last week, I lost another 3 pounds. So if I didn't have, so my body is like exactly on point to where it would have been had I not had that like 4 or 5 week, what the fuck is going on with my body? This past week, I lost like a half a pound, slightly more than a half a pound, like in between like a half a pound and a pound. Looking good. Last week, we did a 75 gram of carbs refeed. So I did that on Saturday. And then sent pictures to Coach on Sunday, and holy shit, that carb load, it made such a significant difference in like my legs. Like my body filled out.
Yeah.
But this week I'm running really flat. So I had a good pump at the gym on Monday, probably like leftover carbohydrates in my muscles. Looked like the gym was still there, but like I haven't had a pump since Monday. I've been very, very flat. Getting tired. Today we tried a different refeed. We tried 40 grams of carbs and 10 grams of fat extra. I don't know how my body is feeling about that. I don't think my body liked the extra fat because my stomach's been a little weird today. But it could also be because my body is trying to have a period. So that's where we're at. We lowered calories a little bit. So my official macros are, I'm at 1975 calories.
That's great.
So 55 grams of fat, 190 carbohydrate, 180 protein.
That's where I was at the end of my prep.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's wild. And you were doing all the cardio. I have 20 minutes twice a week of cardio.
Yeah.
4 lifting days, 1 hot yoga. But I do a ton of steps. Like you didn't do steps. So I think there's a difference there. But I just do steps just because I want to move throughout the day. So like my step count's really high. So I'm sure that offsets like the cardio.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're looking good. I'm at like 133.
Yeah, great. You're on track for sure.
Like I said, my last year I looked the best at 131, and right now I'm at 133, and I'm definitely have more size than I had last time. So 3 weeks out, we have 2 more weeks to drop a little bit more fat, 1 week to peak, and we'll see how we do. First show is NFF I really like them. They put on a good show. I wish that they were a bigger organization. I really do, because they just have their pro shows. There's no like you go to this pro show and then like you qualify for something more. It's just they have their amateur shows and their pro shows. So it's like, I mean, I want to go and win, but there's nothing after that. There's nothing like go here, win, and then you qualify for this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
The OCB show I'm 6 weeks out from, and that one is a little bit of a bigger deal in my head anyway. Yeah. Because that one will qualify me for the Yorton if I do well. And I have plans of going to the Yorton and doing well there.
And dominating.
That's what I hope.
I think you will.
I hope. Body dysmorphia is really real though. And that's been fucking with my head hard. I feel like when I pose in our bathroom, we have like a decent sized bathroom, like we have enough room to pose, like big mirrors. But I feel like when I'm in the bathroom, everything gets, and we're so pale, everything gets washed out and I just look like a marshmallow. And then like I'll randomly catch glimpses of myself in other mirrors. And like I see like the skinny bitch size that I have become. And I'm almost, it's like you're so small. Like I don't like how small I am. Like it bugs me. But like I don't see like what you see when you look at me. Because in my head, I look like a marshmallow. In my head, I'm not going to be ready. And I will just every so often, maybe at the gym, like the lighting's good or something, I'll catch a glimpse and I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh, okay. Like, ooh, I look good. Ooh, like, ooh, look at my shoulders or like whatever, right? You get excited. But like in my head, I don't look like that. And so that's been fucking with me.
I know.
The body dysmorphia of it, really bad.
There's nothing I could tell you just because I think you think that I will just say the nice thing.
Well, because you're my husband, of course you're going to say the nice thing.
But I'm also like being critical too of your like photos, and I know it's been all pretty much good news. But I've been honest when like your lat's not popping. And
my dinky lat,
because your lat's kind of stuck sometimes. And I'm like, are you flexing it? You're like, I am flexing it.
I'm doing it. It won't go anymore. Shut up.
So
posing's been hard because of that.
Yeah. And you've been doing a lot of different maneuvers and stretches to try to like release that, and massages. You got a good massage, which helped immediately, but kind of regressed a little bit, right?
It helped until I think the tension came back.
Yeah.
Right. It helped until I had like a couple upper body days, and then it was just like it kind of went back.
Yeah.
I just have this. I have like this stuck lat. It's weird because that one side has always been somewhat stuck. Like it's always been harder for me to get out my left side. Always has. And that's the first side that will like exhaust. Like if I'm posing for too long. And like that's what you said. You're like, are you doing it? And I'm like, I'm fucking doing it. We've been in here for so long, and it dies down. It won't hold for too long. And then that's where I start to get like a lot of shoulder strain, because then it's like other muscles are trying to like pull it out. So it's just like I have a hard time with it. But that massage, oh my God, Lori is amazing. So she's a former bodybuilder and she's a massage therapist, and she's like, got it. Like she gets it, and she'll just like hurt me and she'll fix it and make me feel so much better. And I love it. So I'm seeing her again this week. And then I'm going to go to her again during peak week. And what'll be great about going to her during peak week is like, I'll get the massage and then I won't do any upper body anymore. Right. And then, so like, hopefully that like relaxation and everything that she does will hold into show.
Right.
Because as soon as she did that, like zero issues.
It was great. Yeah. You were flexing nice and even. It's good.
It's frustrating. But yeah, so there. 3 weeks out. I'm starting to feel hungry. The hunger has been I don't know, man. All of the gut issues that I've been having like the last year or so, I feel hunger just differently. But it's like this past week, I'm starting to like feel like hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you started prep, you were like not hungry at all.
Yeah. I was like, okay, whatever, take it out.
Yeah.
And then what's been really interesting too is like, as she's like cut my calories down and like I'm recognizing other like food sensitivities or other things that are bothering me, I'm sort of taking a different approach to cutting my macros in different meals and stuff. So it's like, okay, my macros are like 190 for carbs, but I'm going to eliminate, instead of going, okay, where can I cut 10 carbs and take like a couple from here, whatever. I'm like, all right, I'm going to remove one piece of toast from my breakfast. And that's actually like 17 carbs, but I'm just going to remove that because she dropped me 10 carbs. I'm going to remove that. So it's like a little bit extra than she's taking, but I'm not going to go add in more food to another meal because my digestion has become so like I'm trying to keep it so regulated that I don't want to be like, okay, I'll take this out and then I'm going to add a rice cake in over here. Like I don't want to fuck with that part of my day. So I'm just going to remove items. So that's kind of how I've been doing it. And it's been working pretty well.
Cool.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm at. Well, let's talk about you. You've been getting super swole.
I put on so practically no weight change last week, which we didn't have a show. So it was like a 0.3 pound difference, I believe. So it was like nothing. And then this week I was up almost 1.5 pounds, which is cool. So kind of averages out to 1 pound a week over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, sitting just a little bit shy of 225, which is awesome. So I'm at 224.6 and, officially the biggest I've ever been, which is cool. New PR.
And you still have a 6-pack.
And
really veiny legs. And
I'm still keeping it together.
your thighs are more shredded than mine, and that makes me really mad.
It's not. They're not. There are, so I'm feeling pretty good. The check-in this week, we'll see. I don't have feedback yet, so we'll see what coach says, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be no change just based on me
What's
going
your
up
food at?
4,700 calories, which is like my peak. My peak bulk off season last year.
But last year at those calories, like you were
fluffy, 223.
Well, I was gonna say I wasn't gonna say you were fluffy. You're
softer,
that.
softer. 223.
I was gonna say you were muscling food down. You're not having a hard time putting food down at all right now.
No, the one thing that kills me, like especially in the morning, like the amount of food is not bothering me, which is cool. My nose runs like crazy in the morning, and I just have this like weird, like kind of want to gag feeling because my nose is running, and it's just hard to eat like food in the morning when like that's happening. I blow my nose a million times, which is gross, and that's the only thing only meal that's like kind of difficult. And it's just because
because of that?
Yeah, just like my sinuses in the morning are just all fucked up. And
it's probably because you snore all night and then they're all dry. And then they're like overproducing mucus to like,
I don't know.
Have you thought about doing like the neti pot, like the sinus rinse, doing that in the morning when you wake up? I do that in the morning when I wake up.
No, I have not. I've not thought about that. I've been doing.
It's weird.
Yeah. I don't know. So I don't know. I got a doctor's appointment scheduled for a sleep doctor to kind of figure out. I think they're going to do a sleep study, which will be pretty cool. So I'm going to go. I don't know how much all this is going to cost either. So I got to figure that out first.
Yeah.
I have these idiots watch me while I sleep.
Have you looked, does insurance cover that?
They accept our insurance. I don't know if the insurance is going to cover it though. They're like, okay. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Sleep's pretty necessary. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if the insurance is going to cover it or not. But so that'll make or break my decision, I'm sure, because I'm sure.
Or just see how much it is.
Yes, if to have these folks record me at night or whatever, it's probably some stupid amount of money, especially if the insurance is covering it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they say. I've tried so many stupid things now. I tried the hostage tape. I've tried the nose strips, which do help me breathe like better, which is cool. Just like they stick on your nose and open up your nostrils a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are good. And then I've tried a mouthpiece. I've tried mouthpiece plus chin strap. I've tried all the stupid pillows you could think of, a backpack with a pillow in it. And I'm still snoring, unfortunately. So, yeah. Had like a little bit of success with the Medicline pillow, but that was short-lived. So,
yeah.
Really, it's really bothering me. So, going to the doctor. We'll see what happens.
Okay. But you're on the track of trying to figure it out.
Yep. But anyway, yeah.
Because you're such a big, you're big. You're getting big. What's your goal? Wait, is it 240?
I will see. I was hoping to get like 240. Now I think more realistically is going to be like 230. I just haven't been.
You're not gaining as fast.
We're bulking pretty lean. I mean,
which is wild. You're at 4,700 calories and you're bulking pretty lean.
Yeah.
Like when you thought to yourself 240.
Yeah.
Did you assume you would get, because like you said last time that like you were fluffy, were you assuming you were going to get fluffy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you're not.
Yeah. So my body's not holding fat like it was. And you had said this last time, through your preps, you're like, your body doesn't hold fat the same.
Yeah. It doesn't come back the same at all.
Yeah. So it's definitely different. And I'm not holding fat, which is good. I mean, I'm definitely putting some on, but nowhere near where I was last, body composition wise, nowhere near where I was last prep or last off season. So it's been interesting just to kind of see the comparisons, and super crazy to be at the same food. Now a couple pounds heavier and still growing, and still we're going to probably push till June, some point in June.
Okay.
And we kind of said, mentally when we were planning out the competition year for me, said, all right, let's see where we're at the end of June. We'll go into maintenance after that. And then we'll decide if it really makes sense to try and put more size on, be a little more strategic, and just, maybe do a mini cut and then go back into a bulk before going into prep, probably around like Christmas. Or if it would make sense to maybe try a show at the end of the year, which I don't want to do because I think it's just too close to where you're competing. So, and plus those shows at the end of the year just are loaded with hundreds and hundreds of athletes. So like competition's way harder. Not that that's a bad thing.
You don't have as many chances though. And I think that's where it becomes a little bit riskier.
Right.
Like if you go into, because a lot of the shows start up in like April.
Right.
If you go into like the April shows, you have a longer runway where it's like, okay, I don't do so well, or maybe prep gets fucked up and you have to push prep out a little bit longer, right? Like either stalls, like there's so many things that can happen. Yeah. It's like when you push to the end of the year, there's only so many shows before there's nothing. Where it's like if you go and you start in April, you can keep going until like your body doesn't allow, or let's say you qualify for a national show, then you have a lot of national shows that you can either choose to go into if you don't. Yeah. So there's just more there, not to say that like the competition's harder, but you just have more opportunity.
Yeah, because then
you have a longer runway.
Yeah, because at the end of the year to like you said, April, there's really not much going on. I think there's a couple shows in like March, but those you might have to travel to another state or something, and just becomes a little inconvenient.
Yeah, but it's not like, I mean, starting around like now-ish, you could drive to a show.
Yeah.
Pretty much twice a month between here and like the fall.
Yeah.
There's going to be something there. So if like you miss the mark or you want to have like a warm up show or like whatever that might be, you have a lot of opportunity where it's like once Thanksgiving hits, there's not much.
Right.
And then they're just like these big giant shows that suck.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't want to be in the predicament where you were, where it's like Battle of Texas and there's like 1,000 competitors.
Such an awful experience. I'm traumatized by them.
So am I. It was such a long day.
Oh my God. It sucked. It was so terrible. So much so there's like a kid at the gym. He's like, I'm my first show. I'm going to do Battle of Texas. And I'm like, don't fucking do that show.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was the hands down the worst experience as an athlete. It was terrible. He's like, I've always dreamed of doing that show. I'm like, do another one.
Yeah, it was a crazy turnout. Crazy turnout.
Well,
and especially now too, if they added another division too.
Oh my God, with Fit Model. So here's the thing with Fit Model. Because they've had a few shows because like NPC season starts up. There's not a ton of shows in like the first 3 months of the year. Most of them start off and they get going really like March, April. I'm super curious like what the turnout is. Like, does Fit Model kind of cut bikini in half? So you're not like netting a lot of new people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because already there's a ton of competitors that are like, I want to stay with this look because I prefer this look. I don't want to get as big as like bikini wants me to be. I don't want to do this. You do have a lot of competitors that are going down, so to speak, to Fit Model. So I'm really curious, like how many like net new people it produces. I know that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
Versus, is it just like a few more and it ends up kind of cutting bikini in half?
Maybe. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the split works out. But
yeah, there's going to be new regardless. But I'm just curious if it's going to be like a whole nother like bikini where it's like a bajillion people.
I hope not.
sitting through that when if you are a bikini competitor and that's your thing, like that's awesome. But like if you're anyone else, having to sit through that is like, let's go. Same thing with like men's physique. There's so many men's.
Oh my gosh! It's a ton.
It just if that's not you,
and I compete in men's physique, and there's too many people.
But if that's not you, it's just like there's so many, and then it's a bad show.
Yeah, it just makes for a long day for the competitor, and then also the competitor's friends and family. Yeah. Which is just like it's a lot to ask for everybody.
They should do more where they split it up, like a men's day and a women's day. Men's show, women's show, or I mean, for the amateur competitions, don't make them come back for finals. Like who won right there. Like there's no finals, no confirmation of placing.
Yeah, I
award it right there and go.
They should just do that format like standard and stop having this like break in the middle of the day. We're just like, what are we really coming back there's definitely, I think they do it just for like the pageantry of it. Like it's the
pageantry and then money because they're selling tickets for both shows.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case, just charge more for like the one show and just be like, just fucking move on with it.
Yeah, I agree. It sucks. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. So you'll go to June and then kind of make a decision. Do you think that as you continue to build and gain, if you start to see yourself get too fluffy, are you going to pull back? Or are you just going to embrace the fluff and go with it?
I don't know. We'll see what coach says. I mean, I'm right now it's, not a problem. So hard to say.
Gotcha.
I think we'll just assess as we get there.
What I want you to do? I want you to do a side-by-side of your last time at this weight or at like your highest weight, your last off season.
Yeah.
Because you hit what, 223?
223, yeah.
I want to see you 223 last time compared to 220. I want you to put them like side by side, like your front relax.
That'll be a good one.
That would be, the growth, that would be huge. It's always exciting to like look back.
Yeah, Yeah, I will. I'll do a collage or whatever.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That'd be good. All right, sir.
What were your wins of the week, miss?
I'll say my wins this week. I think I'm almost done with this stupid red bikini that I don't think I'm ever gonna wear.
It looked good. Today was the first day I saw you in it. It looked good.
I was so mad about it. Oh my God. I just should have spent, I didn't want to spend like $1,000 on a bikini. I didn't want to spend that at all.
And you got what you paid
It's
for.
been a fun project. I totally got what I paid for, which was nothing. It kept me busy though.
Yeah.
And so it gave me a hobby to do. How many times do we just throw money away at a hobby? It gave me something to do for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot. And I learned this is dumb. And I should have just bought a good one from a good company. So I think what I'm going to do, and we need to talk about it when we get there. If I win any money at my pro shows, because first, second, third place, you win a little bit of money, which is exciting to be able to like, oh, I won some money.
Yeah.
If I win money, if I win enough money, I want to buy myself a real red suit.
I think that would be great.
I'd like to have a red one, but it's like I have 3. I have a really pretty green one. I have that purple one that I bought last time, which is beautiful. And then I got a nice one used online that's like a blue color. I just want a red one now that I have like brown hair. I think it would look pretty.
I think so. I think it'll look good. That was
my win. What about you, bub?
Wins this week? Let me think if this. Oh, I had a pretty big guy at the gym this week come up to me. He's like, "Man, I'm trying to get to be your size," and I was like, "I think you're pretty big. What do you know?" I was kind of flattered. It's always cool when you think somebody that else is big comes up and pays you a compliment, which is super.
Was it that stretched out version of you? Was it that guy?
No, no, it was another guy. Okay. I think on a different day, or actually maybe it was that day. I don't know, but it was just super nice of him. Guy looked super good and came over to me. He was like, "Man, I'm trying to be like your size." I'm like, I don't know if you're being genuine or just being super nice, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, I can coach you. You want to do that? That's what you got to turn that opportunity into.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my win of the week. Got
cool.
A nice compliment.
Well, that's really nice. That is always nice when somebody else calls it out. I did have the 2 women at the gym that I genuinely like. One of them is actually in prep for her first bikini competition. She's really great, and I like talking to her. And then another friend at the gym, she's a figure competitor, and we've known her for a few years. Both of them this week came up to me and like you're looking good, and like telling me, and I'm like, okay, I need to hear that from other competitors that like understand. Like I need to hear that. Because I'm a marshmallow in my head, so that was really nice too.
Sure. Cool. Somebody besides me telling you look good.
Well, because you have to tell me. You've never told me I haven't, so that's what's. It's not that I don't trust your opinion.
I get it.
It's just you're my husband, so it's like you have to tell me.
No, I don't.
You never not told me.
All right.
Whatever. Yeah. Until next time. So next week we'll record. It'll be 2 weeks out. I might be at a complete brain dead of a person, but we'll see. Until next time.